Hey everybody, Adam Perry here, and I am going to just pop in and briefly go over today's NHL DFS slate. It is not a huge night as we normally get on Wednesdays, and really this time of year, nothing is huge. What is big though is the Masters. There's like 3 different milli makers going on, and before I tell you, like and subscribe before I do this NHL DFS video, and then check out TrueDFS.com because you can get 33% off with the promo code Masters TDFS, and you're paying less than you pay for all these tools we're going to use, like the SaberSim simulation models that we use for hockey, but you got them for golf, so you can use them on the Masters. There's great content in the premium Discord that you get from Bobby Five Sheets, Kenny Hyder, all these kind of golf experts. We're talking NHL in there as well. So there's a lot to take advantage of. There's Goldie's projections, which are as good as any in the industry. If that's not good enough for you, you got Sheets' projections, maybe the only ones that are better than Goldie's. So there's a lot to go for. So check out TrueDFS.com. And with that, let's get into it. Let's build for DraftKings. Let's build for FanDuel. We won't take too long. We'll just see what kind of teams we get to and how we want to manage our portfolio. Now, it's a kind of a medium-sized slate. I'm going to demand that it build me nothing less than 4-man stacks. To me, correlation is king, and I don't want to give that up. So I am going to go into my stack exposures here and just say, no thanks on any of this small stuff. Just keep it at 4 threes and above. Build my lineups as such. And then we're going to grade them using the contest sims. All right. So people ask who I'm going to play. This is not who I'm going to play because I'm going to do this process right before lock when the projections are tight, when we got the ownership tight. Normally I would use Goldie's projections too. I'm not using them today because I'm actually at the library and they won't let me access TrueDFS. So I cannot download them. So I've lucky to be able to access SaberSim. And that's actually, people ask like, what do you get by having Goldie's? Well, you get SaberSim as a backup too. There's almost no sport that SaberSim doesn't have. Like I think they don't have college basketball is like the one thing you can't do on SaberSim. They even have like Call of Duty now. So there's pretty much every DFS sport you could play, whether you have Goldie or Sheets' projections or not. It's pretty awesome. So yeah, check that out. You know where to get it. TrueDFS.com. The price is right. It's not much more than buying any of these a la carte. Then you get the Pater model. I won't be able to access that today, but normally we put in some of the top bets in Discord. We've had like a 5 to 6% ROI on NHL prop betting this season in the Pater model. It has been pretty good to us. So, okay, let's run a contest sim. What's it doing? It's saying if everyone else in the contest played the lineups we think we are, this is how the ones we built would perform. This is what their ROI would be in the long run if we played them over and over again. The flagship small. We built for the flagship. That's fine. It's small today. Let's see. A lot of 4 threes, almost 50%. Then Onslaught's 50%. We're pretty diverse, but not as much as I'd like to be. It's saying play a ton of Anaheim, 65%. Probably ask for a little bit more diversity than that. There's 2 ways you could do it. You can demand min uniques. You say, okay, give me 3 min uniques. Let's see what happens. Changes it a little. Give me 4 min uniques. Let's see what happens. Changes it a little more. We only have to go down to our 30-second lineup. Let's see the ROI difference. 249. 407. Okay. Now, some people ask, like, wow, those huge ROIs, you're doing so awesome. Like, keep in mind, this assumes perfect knowledge. This assumes that everyone in that contest is going to play the lineups just like we think they are, and assumes that our projections for the players and our correlation coefficients between them are perfect. Of course, every model has its flaws. So we can't expect that kind of ROI, but a 5 to 10% ROI is maybe something more in the ballpark of what we get. And frankly, I mean, that's not as gaudy. Doesn't sound as cool, but I'm pretty happy with it. That's pretty good in TFS 2025, right? So we take those big numbers and put them down to something realistic, and we're making money in the long run. So we can do that with uniques. I might do it a different way, though. I might say, okay, 65%. I want at most 45%. Just change my portfolio around here. Now I've got 45% Anaheim, but then I got pretty spread out with everything else. And I have exposure to almost every team besides San Jose, who is just too low projected. It makes me feel fine. I've got a little bit of everything, you know. And I'm not a guy who changes much. I'm not a no puck guy. I don't know a ton about hockey. I have goalies projections that will be getting me different from SaberSim, so I'm not too worried about being clumped in with all their other users. I would save it to my contests and send it off. I'd be ready to go. Do the same for FanDuel. And do that and then get out of here. Just keep in mind, we want to do this right before lock when the projections are as tight as possible. And, you know, this should take you about 10 minutes. You should have all the news in, as much info as possible. The only thing you really have to do is consider late swapping later in the slate. Four-man's the biggest you could play on FanDuel, so we'll keep all the four-mans. We talk about this every day. Late swap is your friend. You're going to have kind of ownership buckets change in SaberSim as it goes forward. It won't have the exact contest you're playing for hockey. It does in other sports. Just another thing you should take advantage of. Like and subscribe. Check out TrueDFS.com. Get a SaberSim subscription. It's like you get pay dirt, you get Goldie's projections, Sheets' projections, the premium Discord, Ace Dukas' NASCAR tools that we're adding, and all Brandon Cruz's content that we're adding. The prices are going to go up, but you get it all for like $20-$30 more than SaberSim itself, right? It's just a great package. Remember, Masters TDFS promo code. So, all right, let's go. Let's see what we got. Let's run a contest sim on the flagship GPP on FanDuel and see where it takes us. All 4 3s and 4 2s. No 4 4s. Okay. That's fine. Look, we're diverse right out the gate. I mean, God, I'm happy with this. The only thing now, if we were just using SaberSim projections, I might have some concern that we're going to get clumped in with all their other users and the ownerships that it's expecting are not what really happens in the contest because there's just a lot of people using these tools. But we're getting different using Sheets and Goldie's projections, right? So I'd say, hey, let's go. We're pretty diverse. You know, the thing I like, if I'm playing DraftKings and I was getting, look at this, I was getting no Tampa. And then they're my highest exposed team on the blue side, on FanDuel. I mean, I like that. Get a pretty diverse portfolio here. Look at this, right? Team stacks. One Tampa. Okay, I got one Tampa. And on FanDuel, I got all the Tampa. I'm good with it, man. So let's see. Let's see how much Anaheim I had. And a lot of Anaheim there. If I want to take some down, I can't. Let's see. Stack exposure. Team stacks. Anaheim. Okay, I still got a lot of Anaheim. Maybe I want to take that down. Let's say give me 30 at most. Let's not get too overboard here. Here, even we'll do 50 at most St. Louis. Let's make sure we get no more than 50% of any team. Here we go. 50% San Jose on FanDuel, none on DraftKings. It's about 25% of our portfolio. Okay, I'm loving it. A good healthy amount of Anaheim, Tampa on FanDuel, not on DraftKings. People ask who I'm going to play. I don't know who I'm going to play till right before lock, till I run this process. This is how I do it. This is how I do it every day, getting reps in, going through the process. So remember, like and subscribe. Check out TrueDFS.com. Masters TDFS is the promo code. The Masters is upon us. There's like 3 million makers. Now is the perfect time to use the best projections, Sheets' Goldie's projections with SaberSim. Check us out. Really think the time is right. The prices are going to go up. You get grandfathered in. And with that, I am out, and good luck on tonight's slate.